So during this last trimester, you kind of want to work out that fits the woman's energy level and comfort levels. She might be feeling a little bit uncomfortable here, so it's again just speaking to her and finding out what's acceptable and what needs to be avoided. Movements that avoid loading pressure through the abdominal, so we're taking out all abdominal exercises just for trimester 3. Deloading your squats, again being mindful of the pelvic floor, so not putting any pressure on the pelvic floor. It's already got its own pressure with the baby. And then more rests in between sets, include more toilet breaks and more rests. Props are another big one here, and we'll talk about them when we go into some Swiss ball workouts a little bit later. Things you need to be that you need to consider in this trimester. Pregnant women put on around about, generalization here, 20% body weight over that time. So just be mindful of that. Their clothes might start to feel a bit more tight. So again, be thinking about what exercises you give them and whether their clothes are going to be kind of in a funny position when they're training. There's a lot more pressure on a woman's organs and bladder. So again, just reminding everybody to give the option for a toilet cue. Pregnant women might not ask for it, but at least if you have that in the back of your mind, you can say, hey, look, we've done our set. Do you want to pop off to the loo? And then there's also a lot of potential pelvic girdle pain and lower back pain here. So again, just being mindful with the movements that you choose. You don't want her sitting on a bike pedaling for a long time, especially on your pelvic girdle, if there's a lot of movement going on there. So a few things to avoid during this trimester. Getting up and off the ground could be an issue with blood pressure. So when you do all your exercises on the ground, give them some time, maybe sit up into a seat position first before standing all the way up. Also, just being mindful of your programming. Don't get up and down off the ground all the time. Movements with a wide gait, such as sumo squats, you want to take them out. Anything like a side lunge or speed skaters, due to the pelvic stability in trimester 3. Okay, so think narrow gait or use props. You also don't want to be doing long workouts where the heart rate can get too high for too long. And then again, just reiterating abdominal exercises, and we don't need to include pelvic floor exercises. The pelvic floor has enough going on at the moment with baby starting to head face down. So you want to just make sure that you're not doing any abdominal exercises at all. What we are going to show you now is some really helpful Swiss ball exercises that you can still do with your client in trimester 3. Swiss balls are such a great alternative when you're heading into trimester 3. So I'm just going to go through a couple of options here. So first of all is a pelvic tilt. So your feet are nice and wide. You're grounding your heels through the ground. Yep. Planting your heels into the ground. Tuck your tailbone under and you reach for getting the length good. And then you're tucking the tailbone other way, so you're getting the length good. Push all the way back, straighten up the legs as much as you can. Perfect. Hello, hamstrings. And then back to center. So tucking the tail and reach forward. Back, lengthen the hamstrings with straight legs. Second one is doing circles. So literally same positioning. Maybe your feet want to be out a little bit wider, so you're just pointing out, yep, just to give you more space in your hips. And then you're trying to do a full circle with your pelvis on the Swiss ball. Such a good one. How's that feel? And then go back the opposite way. See if anywhere's grippy. Might be okay. The best. Do that one. Another way to get a glute bridge here, instead of lying them flat on their back as we discussed, it's not an option after 20 weeks, is getting them into this position here. They tuck their chin, come on out, walk their feet out, supporting your neck with your hands. You drop your hips down, pushing through the heels. You're driving up to get glute activation, and then working through repetitions of these. Breathing as well. Another really great exercise here is to use the bands when you're on the Swiss ball. So it's overhand grip. You're pulling the band apart. So you inhale first. On your exhale, you're guiding the band towards your body, squeezing your shoulder blades back and in, and then going back to the start. Again, using the Swiss ball so it's nice through the pelvis here, you're going to roll your shoulder blades back and down. The elbows are going to glide back and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back and in. So you're exhaling as you do a banded row. Nice. Inhale, exhale, pull back and in. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Good. Nice. Another way to still get quad stability is to pop them down on a wall, on the Swiss ball, so they're driving down through their heels, shoulder blades back nice and tall, pushing through the heels, getting your quads. A really lovely stretch to get through the lats is to bring one arm up onto the Swiss ball. Yep, and then you're going to ground through that right hand so it's nice and stable, and then push the ball as far away as you can, getting this beautiful stretch through your lats, opening up through your side body. Pull your hip back down. Yeah, nice. A really lovely one to open up through the front of the chest is to get the Swiss ball, walk it out. So you're pushing it out with your hands when you're push your bum back, so you're supporting your belly. Yep, bring your one hand. Oh, yep, you're good. Yep, perfect. And you're pushing as far away as you can with the Swiss ball to open up through your chest, guiding your head down towards the ground. But again, you're just making sure that the hips are stacked over your knees so you're supported. So now you have some really great exercises in terms of Swiss ball movement patterns to be able to do with your client in Trimester 3.